Don't Worry, Darling, the new Olivia Wilde film that is sparked with controversy of behind the scenes. But did it live up to the expectations or did it fall flat just like the controversy? That's what we're going to discuss here. I'm going to review this movie. Now, if you guys haven't seen the trailers or read anything about it, this movie is all about a couple who are in this utopia, and then things start to become clear to our main lead, to Alice, and she starts to push back. Now, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know yours down below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's get into this review of Don't Worry, Darling right now.
And I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay, so Don't Worry, Darling, the new Olivia Wilde film is absolutely filled with controversy because of the behind the scenes stuff that happened. Now, I'm not going to talk about the behind the scenes stuff that happened. Don't care. It happened. It is what it is. It's not for me to judge or talk about or anything like that. So none of that controversy is going to come in to my viewing of this film. I'm not going to hate it because Olivia Wilde cheated on her husband or anything like that. Even though I love Jason, I absolutely adore him. I think he's fantastic. I don't care. I'm not going to let that hinder my viewing. I'm going to be completely 100% neutral. Boom. View the movie as it is and talk about it as I saw it and how I felt through the movie. Now, Don't Worry, Darling. I have heard and seen mixed reviews about this movie. Some people absolutely love it. Some people absolutely hate it. How do I feel? I can tell you right now, this is a very interesting film, and I can see why some people love it and some people hate it. I can totally get that. Now, let's just start off with the performances. Because this is where one of my main criticisms come. Florence Pugh is absolutely out of this world brilliant in this film. She is so freaking good. She is so talented. And she kills it at Alice. I believed everything she was doing. I believed everything. She was that freaking good. I was sitting there and I was like, bro, she is bringing everything to this. Even with the stuff that happened back behind the scenes, she's still giving everything she's got. And she was phenomenal. She put this film on her shoulders and piggybacked that thing up the hill. She did. And she didn't stop. So she was fantastic. Chris Pine was fantastic as well. He even put this movie on his back and carried it as well. The interaction and chemistry between Chris Pine and Florence were absolutely out of this world. Every time they were on screen, it was riveting. I was gripped in that moment. Just, yes, this is brilliant because they're playing a chess match with each other. And I'm loving that dynamic. And Chris Pine was just fantastic. He really brought it. And every time he was on screen, the presence was there. You felt it. That was fantastic. Olivia Wilde herself, she was decent. She's obviously a brilliant actress. So she was fantastic. Have no problems with her. Now let's talk about Harry Styles. Let's talk about Harry Styles. Because the weakest part of this film is him for me. I just never believed anything about him in this film. I never believed for one moment he was upset, he was angry, nothing. I just don't think he's that good. I really don't. And look, we have actors like John Cena. We have actors like Dave Bautista who aren't the greatest. They're not world-class actors. They're not Christian Bale. They're not on the level of Leonardo DiCaprio. But the difference is that they work with people who know their weaknesses and know their strengths. They don't put them in a film that they know that they can't carry. We are now only seeing John Cena and Dave Bautista really reach their high potential because they're working with people that know their strengths. James Gunn knows John Cena, knows what he's good at, and delivers on that. Stays away from his weakness. Harry Styles is not a good dramatic actor. He is not. He just does not have it. And he is so wooden, so one-dimensional in this movie that every time he's on screen yelling at Florence, I'm just like, bro, I don't believe you. I really don't believe you. And there's this one scene where he's crying after what happens. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't believe you. I really don't believe you at all. Like, It makes no sense at all. So for me, that was the weakest part. I feel like they could have casted she could have casted someone better in that role. I really do think someone could have done that role, played Jack a lot better than he did, and I just feel like Harry Styles just did not bring it. He did not bring it. He's not good. He's not good. Hey, oh look, I'm not gonna say that his acting career is completely over or anything like that, because he can still come back from this. We've seen John Cena absolutely become someone that can act now. Dave Bautista's the same. Like, it can happen, but I just don't think he was ready for a leading role like this. I really don't think he was ready. That's just my opinion. If you guys liked him, cool. Let me know down below if you liked his performance. As for the story itself, I didn't mind the story. And that twist, I'm going to be honest, I never saw that twist coming. I never once thought about that twist at all. I was sitting there, when it happened, I was like, that never crossed my mind at all. So, well done, because that caught me by surprise, and I really, really liked that. That was great. So that worked really, really well for me. But when you do a twist like that, the only problem is, once it happened, I started to think to myself, okay, the twist is great, but now there's plot holes. Because that twist really throws plot holes everywhere. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you'll know exactly what I can't say that, sorry, because it will spoil the twist, and it will give off stuff that I don't want to do, because I feel like you've got to go into this movie without knowing anything, and that's the best way to do it. But yeah, so anyway, there's a plot hole. If you guys have seen the movie, I'll try and say it so it doesn't spoil it. But the plot hole to me is, I feel like when the twist is revealed, that something happens with Alice that kind of makes me question it, where I'm kind of like, so if this and this happened, then why is this and this not happening? I mean, it's hard to talk about without spoiling it, but look, okay, spoiler warning right here. I'm just going to talk about this one bit. Spoiler warning. Once the spoiler sign goes down, then you can come back, and it will not be spoiled. All right, here we go. Ready? So, when the twist happens with the whole simulation thing, she has a job as a nurse, and then obviously she's not coming into work. So why is no one looking for her in the real world? That is a plot hole to me, because I'm feeling like if you're MIA as a nurse or a surgeon or a doctor or anything like that, they're going to be questioning that. And then when there's a missing, like, you've gone for days, like, it feels like this is days happening. And I was kind of like, that's a bit of a plot hole for me. So yeah, so spoiler over. That's that. So it does raise some plot holes for me. It is gorgeously shot. I really like the way it looked. It was fantastic. I have no problems with the cinematography. It was absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I think it's a decent film. I do think it's a decent film. I don't think it's like the worst film. It's interesting, but it does raise a lot of plot holes and starts to make you think like, that doesn't quite work for me. And there's another thing that happens regarding men and women in it. There's a certain thing that happens, and I just found that a bit like, okay, that didn't need to be in there. That personally did not need to be in there. I would have liked the other way around, like where it's just like, it's the same thing for both people. That would have been much better in my opinion, but that's just the nitpick. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of Don't Worry Darling? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.